Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be doing a sort of concert review kind of video. I'm going to be talking about a show which I was at a couple of days ago now. I saw David Byrne live in Glasgow. So yeah, I'll just be talking a little bit about the show today in this video. So here's my ticket for it here. It was part of his American Utopia tour, like in support of like his latest album release here. So yeah, like I got the tickets for this. Like this was a completely sort of sold out concert. Like I got them pretty much like on the day what like they were like announced. Kind of just because recently like I've been like really getting into like the Talking Heads sort of music, and like by all accounts David Byrne like always seems to put on like a really great show. So I got this from this site Access, which I would have to say I would not recommend buying tickets from that site. They were apparently they were like the official sort of like ticket site like for like this tour, but I wouldn't use them again. We had a lot of trouble getting like the tickets actually like sent out. Like only received them about like 2 days before like the concert, so it really was quite stressful like the week like running up to it, like trying to like get through to them like on like the phone just to say like where are like my tickets like basically. So yeah, I wouldn't like use this site again personally. But then like when we were like actually like at like the show, it was at the Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow, which is a venue which I've been to like once before. I'd seen Squeeze there, and like it's a really nice venue, quite a modern venue, but like really sort of like nice like intimate like environment. There wasn't much great merchandise like an offer. There wasn't like a program, like there was a few sort of t-shirts and like just like the usual thing like on sale, but like as I said, like it was a really nice venue. Like we had quite good seats. We were sort of like slightly seated sort of like further up, like on like the upper circle, but we had a brilliant view like off the stage. So I will just now put in a little bit of footage from the concert. show, and I have to say, like, I just loved the way it was like staged. You know, like there was kind of a completely blank stage, and there was no sort of like set like drummer, like no sort of like amps or like anything like on it. Like it was just a completely plain stage, and like all like the musicians like you had performing, like he had about, I think about 15 people like in like his band, like they were all kind of free to sort of like move about, and like it was all just perfectly like choreographed. It was really, really, really wonderful, really sort of joyful to watch. So I will just now go over the set list. He opened up with a song here, which is from his latest album, but funnily enough, it's the closing track. And I think it actually worked really well, like as like a concert opener. This it kind of started with Byrne just by himself, sitting like at this table, like with like a kind of model like off like a brain like what like he was holding up. It was really, really, really sort of like fun, like easy way to get like into the concert. And I did a song called Lazy, which I wasn't familiar with. I'm just checking like on Setlist FM, like on the site Setlist FM, what record it's from. It's from an album called Grown Backwards. So I think that's one of his more recent solo records. But that was a really good song, like quite like a crowd-pleasing track. Then he done 2 Talking Heads songs, Zimbra and Slippery People. Both of those, the crowd absolutely loved. I have to say that, talking about the crowd, one of the best sort of concert crowds at which I've been to. They just like seems like absolutely like love like David Byrne. Like I mean, like it was really great to like show like off like affection for him, because he is actually like from Glasgow. Like he was like originally like born like in like Dunbar, not Dunbar, Dumbarton. So there was like sort of like a lot of like really like affection like for him. Like after like every song, huge like cheers, like lots of people like up and dancing. Like it was really, really fantastic. He then did the song I Should Watch TV, which is from the album he done with St. Vincent, I think called Love This Giant, like the record was called like from a few years ago. Then he done a couple more from the new record, song Dog's Mind, which isn't one of my favourites like from like the new record, like a little bit like slower song there. And then the single Everybody's Coming to My House, which I think is a wonderful song, like absolutely brilliant track there, and performed really, really well. And then he done 2 Talking Heads classics, which like might seem like out of place like on like the set list, like coming like kind of right in like the middle like off it, but they certainly kept like the pace up, like the pace up like in like this set. Like I mean, I think that it was cleverly constructed, like so like there wasn't like kind of like a lull period. Like it's kind of like he would do some new songs, then some classics. So some classics was This Must Be the Place, Naive Melody, which is maybe my favourite Talking Heads song. Absolutely thrilled he done that. And then he done the classic Once in a Lifetime, cleverly like recreating like the music video like along to that, and like it's just incredible like how like about I think he's about 66 years old now. He's still got like tons of energy, like he's able to like do like this really like sort of like extravagant like routine like almost like every night. Like it's really fantastic. So that was a brilliant song to hear. Then done another cut from the new record here, song Doing the Right Thing, which is alright. Like I mean, like again, like it's another decent cut like from the new record. Then does a song called Toe Jam, which I wasn't familiar with. He said that this was a song which he collaborated with Fatboy Slim on, like apparently. But this was a fun song, like from what like I remember of it. Then done song Born Under Punches from the Talking Heads classic Remain in Light album. Then a few more new ones, I Dance Like This, which is the opener track on American Utopia, and Every Day Is a Miracle, which is a really sort of like upbeat, like really fun song, which I like really enjoyed. Another solo song from I think one of his other earlier records, Like Humans Do. And then that was followed up by Talking Heads song Blind, which is from their last record called Naked. And this one had a really great like effect on it. Like they had sort of like a single sort of spotlight like on like the front, like off like the stage, like, and like it was kind of just projecting like David Byrne like onto like the screen. But he was so sort of like really tall, like it was really sort of striking, really sort of simple like as well. As well, like kind of like settings. It wasn't like a big sort of screen. It was all just done with lights and like different techniques. Really simple, but really, really effective. Like staging, like on like this song. And then the main set closed with Talking Heads song "Burning Down the House." Absolute classic. Everyone was up on the feet for this one here. Great way to end the main set list. So then it was time for the encore. So he came back on and done the song "Dancing Together," which I'm not too sure where that song comes from. Again, it was a good song, but maybe not one which I would personally have like in like the encore. Then done, and then he done another Talking Heads song, The Great Curve, which is also from Remain in Light, and then the main set, and then the show closed with a song called Hell You Tambod, which I believe is a kind of sort of protest song, like which like he's like started doing, which he started doing like closing like most of like his shows with. Again, I don't think most people like knew this one. Like it was a bit of like an obscure choice to like end the show on. So yeah, that was the set list, like as I said. I mean, like I think it was a nice mix of like the new album, like plus we did get like more than a handful like of Talking Heads tracks, as well as like other like select solo work. I just wish like, I mean, like me kind of coming in from it, like I'm like a big like Talking Heads fan, like so like it would have been nice to like have heard like more of their hits like Psycho Killer and like Road to Nowhere, like songs like that. But I understand like he's not wanting to just do like a pure like nostalgia show. Like he's out there promoting this really good record, as well as giving like sort of like more casual fans like myself like a chance to hear him do some of his best songs like ever, like This Was Been in Place, Once in a Lifetime, Born Under Punches. It was a really nicely balanced set list, I thought. So yeah, that was the set list, like as I said. I mean, like I think it was a nice mix of like the new album, like plus we did get like more than a handful like of Talking Heads tracks, as well as like other like select solo work. I just wish like, I mean, like me kind of coming in from it, like I'm like a big like Talking Heads fan, like so like it would have been nice to like have heard like more of their hits like Psycho Killer and like Road to Nowhere, like songs like that. But I understand like he's not wanting to just do like a pure like nostalgia show. Like he's out there promoting this really good record, as well as giving like sort of like more casual fans like myself like a chance to hear him do some of his best songs like ever, like This Was Been in Place, Once in a Lifetime, Born Under Punches. It was a really nicely balanced set list, I thought. Plus it's like incredible, like I said, like how much like energy like he's like still got. Like he was like standing like for like pretty much like all the show, like every song was kind of perfectly like choreographed. There was different lighting used. Just really like I would just really like recommend like going to see it. Like I thought that it was a yeah, just a really fantastic, really unique concert. So yeah, that's my review of David Byrne's American Utopia tour show from the Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow. So yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time for the next one. Goodbye.
You may ask